Hello everyone, and welcome to our first web development instructional video. This is a weekly video that we're pretty much going to start every week from on until I believe a couple weeks before the end of the competition, if not until the end of this competition. My name is Minero Villalpando. I work for the Imperial MESA, and I am the program coordinator. And pretty much this video, we're going to go over how to start building our first web page. Okay, so firstly, I do want to tell you guys that we do have our website currently up and updated weekly, every single week, as to all the information, news, or anything related with this competition. So if you guys see right here on my screen, this is our website, and we do have this again updated. And as you guys can see right here on my mouse where I'm pointing, these are the rules. And then on to the next one, right here next to it is our weekly web development instructional videos that I'm making right now. Those are going to be weekly, and as you guys can see right here, once you click on it, you go straight into our rules for this year's competition. Okay, you have everything that you need right here: how to register, how to submit your website, the information that it must be presented on the project, and then all the way at the bottom we do have the rubrics. Okay, so please remember to use this website as much as possible for you guys to pretty much get all the information possible. At the bottom, we do have our Facebook, our social media in there, our email, and our phone number. There's obviously other ways to contact us. If you guys want to go under here, under contact us, very easy. This is where our office is located. If you guys want to send us anything, you are more than welcome to send us. So feel free to use this website as much as possible if you need help with this new competition, or just pretty much ask us anything you guys want related with MESA or college or anything you guys want. Okay, so now we're gonna go and start making our web page. Now this is an introduction video on how to make a website, pretty much your first website. So for this website and for this competition, Imperial MESA does recommend to use this web page or this online IDE. It's called Repl.it, and we're going to use this one to pretty much start our competition. Obviously, I recommend you guys to sign up. For me, I am already logged in. Well, I already signed up. So pretty much this is what you guys are gonna see at the beginning. To the left side where my mouse is right now, you'll have all the basic information that you guys need: languages, templates, tutorials, anything right there. The cool thing about this website is that you can use JavaScript, Python, Ruby, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, like I said before. You can use a lot of different languages that are available here on this website. So let's get started on how to make a website and how to pretty much start the web page. So right here on the top, we're going to start pretty much our new file. Okay, we click on that, and then this new pop-up is going to show up. Okay, we first select the language that we're going to use. Or we have this one right here on the top: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, but you're more than welcome to use any other language that you feel comfortable with. Obviously, you guys can see they have a lot of different languages for you to use. They have Swift, C++, they have, Rust, C++, all that good stuff. Okay, so we're going to click on our language, and then we're going to pretty much write down the name of our first file. As right now, I'm just going to write example number 1, and then we're going to create our first file. Okay, so it might look a little different than this, but pretty much the whole window is going to look exactly the same as to where the files are going to be, all the different stuff settings, and then the files that you guys see right here where my mouse is, those are pretty much the languages that we're going to use in order to make our first language. We have HTML, which is going to be the structure of our website. Then we have JavaScript. JavaScript, which is pretty much the brains. Whatever you guys see on our web page, pop-ups, autofills, or anything like that, this is going to be it. And then the style of it is pretty much CSS, the coloring, the style, the font, anything that you guys that appeals aesthetically, this is what we're going to do. But for this video, we're pretty much going to start with HTML. Okay, now if you guys see right up here, we have, it's already pre-filled with some other stuff I'm not going to go over right now, but we are going to delete some of the stuff in order to start fresh. Okay, so the first thing we're going to delete is going to start from line 11. So right here where my mouse is, this is our first line 11. We're going to click on that and then highlight all the way to the top to line 3, and go ahead and delete that. And then all that stuff that you guys see right here on my screen is all the necessary stuff in order to start writing our first web page. Okay, so the first line has pretty much exclamation doc type HTML. It tells the file and the computer and the browser what we're running, which is HTML. And then right here we have pretty much an element. Okay, an element, I am going to be talking about it a lot, tags, elements. Pretty much this is our first tag that we're going to see. Okay, so the first tag should be something like this, less than sign, HTML, and then close with a greater sign. And at the bottom, we have the same thing, except we do have a / before HTML. And the reason why we have this / right here is because it signifies a closing tag. Okay, so now this closing tag, it pretty much tells us what at the end of all the information that we're going to need. So everything that we're going to use is going to be right here in the middle. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to type, and we're going to type less than sign, body, and then we're going to close it with a greater than sign. Okay, so now, as you guys can see, and I said before, this is a structure of the web page. So all the stuff that we're going to go over right now is how to structure correctly a web page. Okay, so we have the body. We're going to write down enter, and then as you guys can see right there, I press enter and it pretty much indents by itself. Any IDE, anything pretty much like this online IDE or an actual software IDE or anything like that with the computer will do this automatically, so you don't have to press backspace or anything like that. Enter like this will be totally fine. It helps us the structure of coding. Pretty much the back end of the whole website is going to be a lot more readable and easier to understand and follow the tags. Okay, so we're going to start right again, a less than, we're going to write H1, then we're going to close it down. Okay, and this one pretty much we start writing what we're gonna do. And the H1 tag pretty much signifies the heading. Okay, so this is the main heading. Okay, now like I said before, this is a tag, so any tag does need a closing tag. So we're gonna write down again a less than. Now we're gonna write down a slash h1 and then a greater sign. Okay, so this is our first main heading. Okay, now we're gonna write enter. Okay, and we're gonna go and write another new tag. Okay, so now this new tag is just gonna be P. Okay, P on this part, this tag P signifies paragraph. So this is gonna be our paragraph. Okay, so you can write whatever you want. This is what I'm gonna write. This text. Okay. So this is our first paragraph. Okay, so what I wrote down, this text might be an introduction to the rest of the page, and if the page is a long one, it might split up into several subheadings. So obviously we do have our main heading, and the rest of the stuff we're going to write down, we do need a subheading. Okay, and like any other tag that we have right now, we have to start closing it. And if you guys see right here, when I did the less than sign, it pretty much triggers the online IDE and sets up a menu, pretty much a pop-up menu of what I can write down after this. Okay, since I'm done writing this first paragraph, I can definitely just press enter, and the slash and then P will pop up automatically. So you guys can see me moving the arrows up and down. The one I want would be already highlighted. Press enter and it already populates it. Remember, coding is to find pretty much the easiest route to finish your work, pretty much. Okay, the easiest way to do this, it's always the best thing to do. You can copy and paste, you can do all that stuff. As long as you understand what you're copying and pasting, then it's totally fine. Okay, so we're done with this closing tag. We write enter. As you guys can see already, it does the indentation from the body, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we write our second heading. Okay, so again, we start with a less than H, and now we're gonna write down 2. Since this is a subheading and we already have our main heading, we definitely don't need another main heading. Okay, so this is our subheading. Okay, and I'm gonna be very little. This is a subheading. Okay, enter, period, and then again, we need our closing tag. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to look like, our second subheading. Okay, write down enter, and then we start on other paragraph. Okay, so many Okay, so this is my second paragraph, many long, obviously, articles have subheadings to help you follow the structure of what is being written. Maybe even subheadings. Okay, so we can definitely write another subheading if we really wanted to. At the end, obviously, of our whole tag, we have to write down the slash p and then greater than sign in order to pretty much close down the first paragraph. We write down enter, and then we're going to do another subheading. Okay, again, now this one we're gonna write down H2, but definitely we can write down more stuff, and I'll explain more for the other structure that we're gonna talk about. Okay, for this one, we're gonna do another subheading. Okay, and then we're gonna close it down with H2, and don't forget that forward slash, like I almost did. Okay, and that is pretty much it. And now, since we wrote down our everything with a closing tag, the only thing we need to do is close down our body. Okay, so we do the same exact thing, lesson sign slash body, and then we write down our greater than sign, and that's pretty much it. This would be pretty much the end of the structure of your first website. After we're all done with this, you can write down whatever you want to, as long as you understand that the closing tags are there, that we have a main heading, a body, a subheading, we have different paragraphs, and we understand what the closing and opening tags are. Then you guys are totally fine. You can write whatever you want. And then at the end, once you're done, you guys can see right here, we press run, and then there it is. Okay, so this is our first website. If you guys look onto the right, this is what your website is going to look like. Okay, and if you do want to look at your website and you want to see it, the whole overall thing, and you don't want to see any of the coding that we've done, you can go right here and open a new tab. Click on that, and boom. Okay, this is our first website. Okay, so we have our main heading, we have subheading, we have another subheading. And you can write down as many as you want. Okay, so this is pretty much an introduction to it. I know it's a little short, but I did want to explain to you guys this IDE that we're going to use for this competition. And our website for you guys to use and to follow us on our social media. That way you guys are always up to date for any information from our office here in the Imperial Valley. So pretty much this is it. This is the end of our introduction. You guys should have something to write down right here. Next week, the following week, I will have another more comprehensive instructional video, and we're going to go over more stuff, list, punctuation, all that stuff. We're going to write down different little things, more closing and opening tags that we're going to write down, quotation marks. We're gonna do a lot of different and more stuff for the next video. Okay, so again, if you guys do want if you guys need help with anything like this, go into our webpage right here, contact us, send us an email, anything you guys want. Send us a Facebook message, anything like that, and we will answer as fast as we can. Okay. Again, my name is Mina Villalpando. I'm the program coordinator. If you guys need help, contact me. And this is pretty much it. Thank you very much.